Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sean. I'm back with a new tutorial. I hope you guys are ready for this. Yeah, it's just about done, so I figured I'd go ahead and share it with you guys. This is going to be a time-lapse video. This is part 1. I'm going to be focused on doing the upper body armor, and then part 2, part 3. I'll probably gonna be posting throughout the week, so you guys are not going to wait that long, because this guy's just about done now, okay? So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start off this build with the body armor. I'm going to work on both the front and the back. Basically, I'm going to take some poster boards and then kind of sketch out what I think it looks like. I'm using a reference picture on my phone, basically sketching according to that. Yeah, I wanted to start off with the front and back piece and then work my way around that. So now that I have my basic patterns kind of drawn out, I'm going to go ahead and cut it on some media foam. Taking the patterns that I drew, and then I'm cutting out the inner patterns so I can kind of build off of that. And this is probably the reason why I don't share most of my patterns on my builds, because they end up thrown away because they're just going to be useless to share, because each pattern gets cut smaller and smaller, and then they just become so many pieces that I just end up throwing away. But I do show you guys how to make these patterns, so yeah, that's basically why I make these videos. Now that I got my inner patterns cut out, I like to call them accents. I went ahead and sanded it and then rough up the edges, and then, well, I kind of set it aside until the glue is ready to make contact. While I'm waiting on that, I just go ahead and start working on the other pieces. As I'm working on the abdominal and the chest piece, I'm just about ready to go ahead and glue the back pieces together. Basically, that's what the spinal guard's looking like. Then I'll throw a little bit of heat on there so I can close up the pore and give it a little bit of curvature to the spinal guard. Now I'm back to working on the abdominal pieces. I'll take my patterns and I'll cut them down into smaller pieces, and I'll sand down the edge or round off the edges, and then I'll glue them back together. It'll give it this beveled and staggered look effect. Now I get asked every day what kind of glue that I use. Well, I mention this in every single video. I use barge contact cement. Embed that in your brain. But I guess some of you guys are just stumbling upon 1 or 2 of my videos, and yeah, that's okay. I guess I don't mind y'all asking me all the time. Like all the time. Now that I've given my contact cement, time to here, I'm gonna go ahead and attach all my pieces. I'm using a 1-inch strip down the middle. That kind of separates the plates from each other. Now what I'm doing here is I'm putting a plastic bag on top of my mannequin. I'm going to draw out the templates that I'm going to need to make some of the fabric accents, I guess, that's going to hold the armor together. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do the upper shoulder neck piece. I don't know what that's called, but yeah. And I'm just going to trace it all out, and then this will be my rough pattern. And I'm going to use that to cut my fabric out, and then sew some pieces together and glue my armor pieces to this. This is basically going to hold everything together and give me some flexibility to move around, because these armor pieces, these foam pieces, they're not as flexible. So these fabrics will give it some slack for me to bend over and reach for my gun and then kick some ass, you know what I mean? Now, I did have somebody ask me, how durable are my costumes, and can you actually fight crime in them? No. You need to watch another channel about fighting crime, because this is just cosplay, bro. Seriously. Like, you need to learn how to use weapons and fight, because that's kind of important, like self-defense and stuff like that. I don't teach you that. I don't know how to do none of that. Taking cosplay to fight real crime is like taking a knife to a gunfight, and then end up being the only one stabbed. Seriously. I guess you can call me the Alfred of cosplay. No, don't call me that though. I can imagine that in the comment section already. I've also been called the Yoda of cosplay, although I kind of resemble the Yoda, kinda. Now that I got my armor pieces all glued together, I'm working on my blast guards and some additional accents so I can, you know, make it look cool. And then I'm doing that shoulder piece thingy that's going to connect the back piece to the front piece. So far so groovy, and I'm really digging what I'm cooking. This is all starting to come together really nicely for something I'm just kind of freehanding as I go. I really like winging my designs. Sometimes they'll look good, sometimes, you know, they don't, but oh well. Eventually it all come together. I'm going to use a combination of loop rings and elastic and Velcro to hold the back piece to the front piece. This will give me some additional slack, so whenever I move around, you know, the Velcros don't come apart on me. When you sew the Velcro to the elastic, you want to take it nice and easy with these little sewing machines. Plan on doing some more sewing tutorials on future cosplays because I want to focus more on fabric and leather crafting and stuff like that, so be on the lookout for, you know, some of those cool stuff. Now that I got my elastic and my Velcro sewn together, I'm going to use hot glue to attach it to the spinal guard and to the abdominal piece, which I'm going to use contact cement and Velcro with the sticky side for the front abdominal piece. I'm going to use a long sleeve dry fit shirt for my undergarment. I just wanted to put it all together to see what it looks like. And yeah, to finish this off, I'm going to do the upper shoulder pads, I guess, and then glue on the rest of my accents. And so far, this is how it looks like. And here are a couple of shots of the front and the back and the side, just to give you an idea of where we're at so far. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found it somewhat educational. Greg Gutshaw Jr. says, go ahead and tease us with these photos and not give us a video tutorial. How dare you? Well, you got what you wanted. Yeah, and Alberto and Ricardo is like, I really need this tutorial. Well, your wait is over. Alright? Leave a comment in the section below, like this video, follow me on Instagram, and see more cool pictures and teasers of upcoming projects that I got going on. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed, because I got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. They're all cool. I wouldn't lie to you. Yeah, I probably would. Alright, y'all. I'll catch you guys later.